right, friends, we're going to begin seated today. I recommend sitting up onto a blanket or block if it's helpful. Cross the right shin in front of the left, and ideally you want to find a seat where your knees are below the hips. So if it helps to sit up onto a couple of blankets, feel free to do so. And then rest the hands on the thighs with the palms facing down. Slide the hands back a bit so the elbows are in line with the shoulders. Start to feel the fronts of the shoulders draw back. Lengthen all four sides of the torso out of the waist. Reach the crown of the head up so you're really lengthening the spine. And then keeping the lift in the chest, just gently lower the chin to open the back of the neck a bit. Allow the eyes to close or soften. And invite a slow but deep breath in through the nose, really filling up the belly with air, letting it inflate like a balloon. Take a gentle exhale or sigh out of the mouth, releasing the breath. One more time, together, slow but deep breath in. Gentle exhale or sigh out of the mouth. And now begin to find a smooth and steady breath in and out of the nose if possible. Perhaps finding a few rounds of belly breath, diaphragmatic breath, in which with every inhalation, you send the breath down into the belly, letting it inflate like a balloon. With every exhalation, you gently squeeze the belly back in towards center, releasing any stale air. Allowing the belly to expand as you breathe in. Draw back in towards center as you breathe out. And take just a couple more breaths here. As much as you can, soften the muscles in the face, the space between the eyes, relax the jaw, and start to feel the breath really move downward. And now with your next inhale, allow the eyes to softly flutter open. Bring the right fingertips out to the right on the ground, reach your left arm up, take a full breath in. Exhale, side bend over to your right, breathe into the left side waist. Lift up and out of the legs, full breath in. Exhale, twist, bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee or thigh. Bring the right hand behind you, behind the low back. And now as you inhale, sit up taller, reach the crown of the head up. Exhale, twist, spin the left ribs forward, the right ribs back. Every inhale, sit up a little taller. Every exhale, twist a little more. Roll the shoulders back. If it feels okay on the neck, you could turn the gaze over the right shoulder. Take one more breath here. And then come back through center. Bring your hands behind you. Switch the crossing of the shins. So now the left shin is in front of the right. Bring your hands to the outside of your knees. And now we're going to start with some circular motions. So just start to round the spine, tip the pelvis back, and then lean to the right. Now pull the chest forward, lean to the left, and then round the spine, go back. And now start to do that on your own. Make the movements a little more fluid. So just doing these circular motions, starting to wake up the hips. And oftentimes when we're feeling energized, stressed, or anxious, we tend to store a lot of emotions and energy in the hips. And the hips can get tight. Come through center, pause, and then switch directions. So these movements, just kind of circling around the hips and the pelvis, can really start to free up some space there. And let's go one or two more full rounds. And then next time you come through center, release. Bring your left fingertips out to the side on the ground. Reach the right arm up. Take a full breath in. Reach up. Exhale, side bend to your left. Breathe into the right side body. Lift up and out of your legs. Reach a little more. Take a full breath in. Exhale, twist. Bring the right hand to the left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, sit up taller. Lift up and out of the lower body. Exhale, twist. Spin the right ribs forward, the left ribs back. Use your inhales to sit up taller. Your exhales to rotate, to roll the shoulders back. Maybe the gaze goes over the left shoulder. One more breath in. And exhale, release, come through center. Now come forward onto hands and knees. You can move your blanket to the side. Stack your shoulders over the wrist, hips over the knees. Feel free to slide your blanket under your knees if you'd like a little bit of support. And now let's start with some cat-cows. As you inhale, arch the spine, pull the heart forward and up. Slide the shoulders back. As you exhale, reverse, round the spine. Tip the pelvis backwards. Again, inhale, arch, drop the belly, pull the heart forward and up. Exhale, round. Lengthen the tailbone to the heels. Do that again. Inhale, open the front body. Exhale, open the back body. And then come back through center in your tabletop. Reach the right leg back, plug into the ground with a big toe mound, and then start to rock forward and backwards a few times, just starting to stretch out the back of the right leg. And then the next time you shift back, pause. Just breathe into the back of the right leg, the hamstrings. Keep pushing the earth away from you. Feel a slight lift in the low belly. One more breath. Exhale, lower the right knee down and then extend the left leg back. Start with a little movement, rocking forwards and backwards several times, starting to wake up the back of the left leg. And then start to stretch the left heel back and pause. It can feel really nice if you are sitting a good amount today. Breathe into the back of the left leg. Another breath. Come through center, lower the left knee down. Turn the fingers out left and right. Rock side to side. Let's just stretch out the wrist a little bit. And then turn the hands back forward. Grab your blocks if you have them and place your hands on the blocks. So it could be lowest, could be medium height, could be highest, whatever works for you. Come back to your tabletop and now step the right foot outside of the right block. Make sure the knee is over the ankle. Walk the hands forward just an inch or two. And now let the hips shift forward in space. Take a breath in. As you exhale, shift the hips back, straightening the right leg. And do that again. Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. And now this time, rebend the front knee and pause. As the hips come forward in space, try to lengthen the spine, lift the chest, slide the shoulders back. Keep the weight in the right heel. Gently lift the low belly up and in. Take just another breath or so like this. And then release. Come back to tabletop. Swing the right knee back. Just kind of circle the hips out a little bit in one direction. Come through center and circle the hips out in the other direction. And then come forward. Step the left foot outside the left hand. Get the knee over the ankle. Take a breath in. Exhale, shift the hips back, straighten the left leg. Inhale, rebend the front knee. Exhale, straighten. And let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Last time, inhale. And now stay to exhale. Let the hips come forward in space. Lengthen the spine, lift the chest so that the heart is above the hips. Keep the weight in the front heel. A very slight lift in the low belly. 1 more breath like this. And then slide the left foot back. Move the blocks to the side. Big toes touch, separate the knees a bit, and come to a child's pose. Knees can be as wide or as close together as it feels best for you. Let the hips melt back. Rest the arms in whatever way is comfortable. Could be forward, could be back by the sides. You might be supporting the forehead with a block or blanket. And then allow the eyes to soften or to close. With your exhales, feel the hips melt back towards the heels. And with your inhales, breathe into the back body, the hips, the low back, the back ribs, the shoulder blades. Feel that sense of opening as you breathe in, of grounding, of softening as you exhale. And then with your next inhale, slowly roll up so you're sitting back on your heels. Swing your feet off to one side, and we'll come back to a seated posture. If it's helpful to sit up onto your blanket, feel free to do so. And now come to Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. Bring your hands to your ankles or shins. Use your arms as leverage to help try to get right on top of your sitting bones. So can you feel your chest over the hips, not behind it? Press down into your seat, reach the crown of your head up, and then start to flutter your knees a little bit. Especially if you're feeling a little tight in this shape, just bring a little bit of movement in to ease the intensity. Again, it's normal for energy to get a little stagnant in the inner thighs, the groin area. So start to create a little more space there with a little bit of these butterfly movements. And then start to find some stillness. Let your feet open like the pages of a book. Sit up a little taller, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. And now feel free to stay upright as you are, or hinging at the hips, begin to fold forward any amount. Every inhale, find a little more length in your spine. Every exhale, you might fold forward a little bit more, or just let yourself soften. If you found that sweet spot and you don't need to go any further, then every exhale, can you try to find a little more ease in the shape, a little more comfort. Believe it or not, but it's okay to feel good in a yoga pose. Not everything has to be challenging or hard or cause us to sweat. Sometimes it's in these still moments where we just feel settled, we feel grounded, spacious but stable, that the most change can actually happen. Letting the muscles relax rather than contract to really feel the shape. And with your next breath in, make your way back up through center. Now from here, you're going to keep the right leg as it is. Stretch the left leg forward, bring the sole of the right foot to the left thigh. And we'll take a little twist. Bring the left hand behind you, right hand to the left thigh. As you inhale, sit up taller. Exhale, twist to the left. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate. Use your inhales to sit up taller one more time. Exhale, twist. Keep flexing your left toes towards your face, and then your choice. Option to stay upright as you are, keeping the twist, or start to fold over the left leg, grabbing onto whatever you can. Could be the shin, could be the ankle, might be the foot, doesn't really matter. Keep the reach in the chest, but relax the head and neck. And breathe a little bit more into the back body, the back of the left leg, the back of the torso. Maybe send the breath to the spot in the body where you need it the most, where you feel the most pressure, intensity, where you're feeling the tightest. Can you send the breath there? Bring all your attention to that spot. And slowly make your way back up if you came forward. And then come back to Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Sit up a little taller. And now extend the right leg forward, sole of the left foot to the right thigh for Janu Shirshasana. We'll take a little twist, left hand to the right thigh, right hand behind you. Inhale, sit up taller. Exhale, twist. Inhale, grow taller, reach the crown of the head up. Exhale, twist, keep rolling the shoulders back. One more time like that. And then your choice, feel free to stay upright or hinging at the hips, crawl the hands forward, fold forward any amount. And try to keep that length in the spine, the reach in the chest. Soften the muscles in the face, relax the head and neck. Find that spot where maybe you're feeling the most intensity, maybe you're feeling the tightest. And rather than overlooking it, can you bring all your attention there and then start to breathe a little bigger there? Let those muscles soften as much as they want to contract and tighten up. Can you soften instead? And as you inhale, start to make your way back up. Straighten the left leg out in front of you. And then make sure your feet are near the top of the mat. You can come off whatever you're sitting on. Bend your knees, place your feet on the ground, and come to lay all the way down on your back. Once you lay down, draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Bring your hands to your shins, and then we're just going to start to circle the legs. So bring the knees out to the side, down away from you, back in, and back up towards the chest. And do that a couple more times. The circles could be however big or small that you like, however fast or slow that you like. The next time your knees come into your chest, pause and then switch directions. The next time your knees come into your chest, pause. Keep the right knee in, extend the left leg forward. Take a breath in, and exhale, find a twist. Bring the right knee across the body. Right arm might come out to the side. Maybe turn the gaze over the right arm. And no need to force the right knee down or the shoulders down. And sometimes what we need to actually do is to try less. Put in less effort and just let the body be. It does so much for us throughout the day, so can you focus instead on nourishing the body? Come back to center, bring both the knees into the chest. And now extend the right leg forward. Take an inhale, draw the left knee in. And exhale, bring the knee across the body for a twist. Let the left arm splay out to the side. Gaze could be up, could be to the left. Do what feels best on the neck. Maybe let the eyes close so that there's less outside distractions. And slowly come back to center. Find the midline of the mat, draw your knees into your chest. And give yourself one last final squeeze, and then extend the legs long, setting up for Savasana. And now it can feel nice to place that blanket over your belly or your thighs for a sense of grounding. Or if the low back is tender, you might roll up the blanket and slide it underneath your knees, but let the legs be about as wide as the mat. Rest the arms by the sides. Palms up can be a little more opening. Palms down can be a bit more grounding. Allow the eyes to soften, maybe to close. And we'll end today with a body scan. So once your body's organized, once you feel settled, bring the attention to the very crown of the head. And as much as you can you soften the crown of the head? Bring the attention to the back of the head, softening the back of the head, the front of the face, softening the space between the eyes. Move the bottom teeth away from the top teeth and relax the jaw. Bring the attention to the neck, relaxing the back of the neck, the front of the neck. Soften your entire back torso, the backs of the shoulders, the upper back, the back ribs, and the low back. Direct your attention to the front of the torso. As much as you can, relax the fronts of the shoulders, the chest, the collarbones. Relax the belly, the front ribs. Direct your attention downward to the pelvis, the hips. As much as you can, Relax the hips, the entire pelvis, the backs of the legs, the back thighs, the calves, the ankles. As much as you can, relax the fronts of the thighs, the knees, the shins, and the fronts of the ankles. Send the attention downward into the feet. As much as you can, relax the tops of the feet, the toes, the soles of the feet. And then take one last slow, deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, imagine the breath releasing out through the soles of the feet. And bring your attention back to that natural rise and fall of the breath. And if you would like to stay here longer, please stay in your Savasana as long as you need. And if you're ready to come out, then very slowly bring the palms together. Raise the thumbs over third eye center, bringing gratitude towards ourselves, each other, and towards this practice. And go in peace. Thank you for practicing with me.